friends, it's Mrs. Beals, and we're here for adding with regrouping. Before we used our place value mats, and then we used our standard form mats, and now we're using nothing. We're just going to use pen and paper. So what do you do when you just have pen and paper? Well, you guys already know what to do. The first thing that I want to do is I want to set this problem up so that it looks kind of like my place value mat. I want to have my ones together, my tens together, and my hundreds together. So let's write my first number out. My first number is 462. Okay? I'm adding that to 198, but I've got to make sure they line up perfectly. So since the 4's in the hundreds place, I've got to make sure this 1 that's also in the hundreds place is right underneath it. Being neat is so important here. Okay? I've got to make sure my tens place match up. 6 and 8, they've got to match up because they're both the tens. And now I've got to make sure my ones match up, 2 and 9, because they're both in the ones. If I don't have them matched up, then I'm not going to send things next door correctly. Okay? So now I'm ready to add. Just like on our mats, we added the ones place first. Here we've got to add the ones place first. 9 plus 2 is 9, 10, 11. 1 goes down here. I can't put 11 down here. Remember, if I put 11, look, that's too much on the floor, so I've got to send something next door. So I can't put 11 down here. I can just put the 1, and this other 1 has to go right here next door. Okay? Now I add the tens. 8 plus 1 is 9, plus 6 more is 15. Oh, that's too much on the floor. Remember, too much on the floor, I got to send it next door. So this gets sent next door. Okay? Now let's add it up. 4, 5, and 6. Okay? So now my answer, my sum, is 651. Let's do another one. Okay? This time Mrs. Bills is going to use a pencil. So whenever I decide to send something next door, I can erase it, just like you all would. All right. So here is 43 plus 263. I've got to line up my numbers. So I'm going to write 43. Okay? 263. The 2's going to go out here because the 2's in the hundreds, and there's nothing in the hundreds here. The 6 has to go right under the 4 because the 6 is in the tens place and the 4 is in the tens place. It has to be lined up. It has to be neat. Okay, and then I've got a 3 in the ones here, and I've also got a 3 in the ones here, so those need to line up. Now I'm ready to add. I add my ones first. Remember our chart where we add our ones first. So 3 plus 3 is 6. Okay, that's good. I don't have too much on the floor, so I don't have to send anything next door. I'm happy about that. Okay, let's look at our tens column. I have 6 plus 4, and that's 10. Oh, what is it, guys? It's too much on the floor, so I have to send some next door. So I'm going to erase this 1 because it's got to go next door. Just my 0 stays there, and my 1 comes over here next door. Okay? 2 plus nothing plus 1 is 3. So your sum is 306. Awesome job. 39 plus 492. All right, I'll write my 39 out. I've got to line up my 4 with my hundreds place. So my 4 goes out here because there's nothing in the hundreds. Okay? My 9 has to line up with my tens place. I'm sorry. Not that 9. This 9 is in the tens, and this 3 is in the tens. So my 3 and 9 have to line up here. Both of those numbers are in the tens place, so they're lined up. Now let's look at my ones. I have a 9 in the ones and a 2 in the ones. Those have to line up. Okay, we're ready to add. Ones place always goes first, just like we practiced on our chart over here. So 9 plus 2 is 11. What's wrong, guys? Too much on the floor. We got to send some next door. So let me erase and send it next door. All right, let's add this now. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Another problem. What is it, guys? Too much on the floor. I got to send it next door. Okay, send it next door. 4 plus 1 plus nothing. 4 plus nothing plus 1 is 5. So your sum is 531. All right, guys, our secret words are going to be Finding Dory. Come into class knowing those words. I'm so proud. Can't wait to see you tomorrow.